Hello and welcome to Anna's Short Stories. I hope you enjoy this story. I'm going to try and upload a new story each day. Cow's Curse Carnival. Holly Arnold hadn't set foot in Cow since her childhood, yet the call of nostalgia was irresistible. News of the carnival's return after nearly 2 decades had spread like wildfire across the Isle of Wight. It wasn't just any carnival, it was that carnival. The one that disappeared mysteriously when she was just 9 years old. The one that left behind whispered rumors of missing children and curses. The sea air carried the faint sounds of calliope music as Holly approached the edge of the clearing. The sprawling tents and glowing lights seemed almost otherworldly against the dark sky. Memories stirred, sticky candy floss on her fingers, the exhilarating dizziness of the carousel, and a figure. The ringmaster. A tall man with piercing eyes and a sinister grin who had loomed large in her nightmares for years. She shook the memory off and stepped forward. Curiosity outweighed unease. The carnival buzzed with life, yet something about it felt wrong. The faces of the attendees were oddly pale, their eyes unfocused. A woman carrying a child walked past, and Holly noticed the child's face was devoid of expression, as if it were merely a porcelain mask. Holly Arnold. She spun around, her heart lurching. There he stood, the ringmaster. Tall and imposing, his crimson coat shimmered under the carnival lights, and his top hat added an air of macabre elegance. "You've grown," he said. "But you've returned, just as I knew you would?" Holly demanded, masking her fear with defiance. He tipped his hat. "You call me Mr. Vellum, master of ceremonies, and you, my dear." Before Holly could respond, he turned on his heel and strode toward the center of the carnival, his long coat billowing like smoke. Against her better judgment, she followed. The heart of the carnival was a massive tent striped in black and crimson. Inside, the air was thick with the scent of the Caymas' sickly sweet perfume. The crowd seated around the stage barely seemed alive, their movements stiff, their applause muted. Holly shivered. "Oh, welcome, one and all. Tonight." He gestured grandly, and the stage erupted in a flash of green light. From the shadows emerged performers, acrobats with hollow eyes, contortionists with unnaturally elongated limbs, and clowns whose painted smiles hid rotting teeth. Holly's stomach churned. These weren't performers, they were corpses. Her gaze darted around the tent. She had to leave, but every exit was guarded by one of Vellum's undead lackeys. As her panic rose, she heard a faint, familiar voice. "Oh, Holly." She froze. It was the voice of her childhood friend Lucy, who had disappeared the night the carnival vanished. Holly slipped from her seat and followed the voice to a smaller tent on the outskirts of the carnival. Inside, the air was colder, and the flickering lanterns cast long, eerie shadows. At the center of the tent stood a large mirror framed in ornate gold. Holly approached it cautiously. "Lucy." The mirror's surface rippled, and Lucy's face appeared. Her eyes were wide with terror, and her hands pressed against the glass as if trying to break free. "Holly, you have to stop him. He's using the souls of the lost to power the carnival. If you destroy his cane, the spell will break." Holly repeated, her mind racing. She had seen the ornate cane in Vellum's hand, its silver handle shaped like a grinning skull. Harry. The mirror's surface went still, leaving Holly staring at her own pale reflection. Finding Vellum wasn't difficult. He stood at the edge of the carousel, his cane tapping rhythmically against the ground as he watched the undead rider spin endlessly. Holly's heart pounded as she crept closer, a rusted metal rod gripped tightly in her hand. "Do you think you can stop me?" Vellum's voice cut through the night. He turned, his grin widening. Holly didn't hesitate. She lunged, swinging the rod with all her strength. It struck the cane, and a deafening crack echoed through the carnival. The silver skull shattered, and Vellum let out an unearthly scream. Around them, the carnival began to collapse. The undead performers crumbled to dust, the tents disintegrated, and the lights flickered out. Holly shielded her eyes as a blinding light enveloped her. When she opened her eyes, Holly was standing alone in an empty field. The carnival was gone, leaving only a circle of scorched earth. In the distance, she thought she heard the faint sound of a calliope, but it faded quickly into the night. Holly exhaled deeply and began the long walk back to town. The memories of Cow's cursed carnival would haunt her forever, but she had done what she came to do, laid the ghosts of the past to rest. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed this story. Please don't forget to like, and even better, like and subscribe. Thank you very much, and I hope you have had or have a great day.